So recently, I've been seeing a lot of videos that people have been making about how to get Destined rivals at MSRP on the Pokemon Center website. And I want to give my take on, I guess, how to get Destined rivals at MSRP on the Pokemon Center, kind of my advice, just my thoughts about it. Now, people make good videos in giving their advice on how to get Destined rivals at MSRP. You can see all these different videos. I'll just scroll through here. You can see a lot of these videos when you put anything in your title, like how to get Destined rivals or how to get any of the popular sets at MSRP. They get a lot of views. I think pretty much summed up, I can tell you what these people are saying. Basically, if you click on any of these videos, they're going to tell you basically like the same thing. It's to join a Discord. A Discord like Poke Notify or one of those other, Discords that are, some of them you honestly don't even have to pay for. There are just some community Discords that have like sub channels or whatever of drops, so that those actually work as well. But there are also those other services you can pay for to get notified when things drop. And that's basically mostly what these videos are giving their advice on, is just to join one of those Discords. Now, I'm in Discords that aren't paid that have these like channels that have drop links. So for me, that's good enough. I'm not willing to pay money to try to get notified for a drop because I know people have had their successes using those I guess Discords, but for me, it's not really worth paying to use it. I just feel like my chances about to get one is super slim. I'm not on my computer, my phone 24/7. And if you're doing this whole thing with, I guess, just waiting around your phone and stuff, like that's kind of what you got to do. And I'm not really like that. So for me, I feel like the benefit isn't really worth it to pay for. But if you are one of those people, you are on deck, you got everything set up, it's probably worth it. But with these drops and these releases, if you're going to use one of those paid services, you got to be there literally the second that thing drops. Because if you're not, you're going to, especially now with the new Pokemon Center thing, there's the queue thing, it's going to be rough. So, that's basically, I guess, to sum up these videos about people explaining how to get, these things at MSRP, at Destined Rivals, is to buy one of those or subscribe or, pay for one of those Discords. That's basically what all these people are saying. And some people, I guess, also have explained and kind of theorized on when this drop is going to happen. I've heard, this week it's going to happen, possibly the day this video comes out. Maybe it dropped. I don't know. But some people are theorizing it might come out this Friday because I guess drops maybe historically have happened on Fridays. I honestly don't really know, but I've seen a lot of theories about when it's going to happen. But it is probably going to happen sometime soon, probably next week or two. I'm not really sure. I didn't do much, digging into that, but I've seen a lot of people say that they're thinking it's going to happen this week or next week. So you guys can try to do more research yourself. There's probably some videos out there that have way better information than me, but those are just some other, I guess, information I've heard from some of these videos on how to get an MSRP, just kind of giving around like a rough estimate what date they're going to be released on. Now, with that being said, summarizing all these types of videos on how to get Destined Rivals at MSRP, I want to give you guys my honest opinion coming from a person that doesn't have a paid Discord, a person that isn't around their phone or isn't around their computer 24/7. So, Journey Together, I'll always bring it up. This has to be the most hated modern set of like all time. I don't know what is wrong with Journey Together that people despise, but it's had hate for the entirety since it's been revealed. Since the first cards were revealed, people said it was mid. When people found out this was a small set, people said it was mid. But yet, when the drop happened for Journey Together, it was terrible. It was worse than Prismatic. It was way worse than Surging Sparks. For Surging Sparks in Prismatic Evolutions, you actually had a chance to buy on Pokemon Center pretty easily, especially Prismatic. Surprisingly, a lot of those products you were able to buy for a while. You were able to get them because I got them. I bought the PCTBs, I bought the surprise boxes very easily. The drops lasted like hours at a time. Like it was like a full day for some of them. And that was for Prismatic. But as you know, I guess this whole bull market has continued. Every single set, it gets harder to get. Surging Sparks was very easy, because even then, people really weren't pre-ordering booster boxes from Pokemon Center. A lot of people, like, you were still able to find them for under MSRP. Also, Pokemon Center ETBs of Surging Sparks, very easy to get. They were available for so long. Prismatic, like I said, very easy too. It was not that hard. Then Journey Together hit. And this is where I think people started to really see how bad and how much demand there really was. You want to call it bots, you want to call it scalpers, whatever the case may be. Journey Together was, I think, a big, like, sort of wake up call for people, like, realizing how bad it is, like how bad the whole market is in terms of getting any product at MSRP. It is basically impossible. And I made videos talking about this. You know, I made a video showing you guys, you know, hey, the Journey Together pre-orders, they're available. And then shortly after, I made a video talking about the aftermath and how bad it was, because I was on this drop, I think 10 minutes after it dropped. Only 10 minutes, right? It doesn't seem like a lot of time, but I didn't get a single thing. I did not get a single thing for this set that was called mid, that was called trash, that was called overhyped. A lot of people saying, I'm skipping this set. Yet I couldn't get a single product 10 minutes after it dropped. And this was for Journey Together. It was hated. And no one cared for this set, apparently. But it was this bad, right? Any of these products, not possible to get. They're all gone. I could add them in my cart, couldn't check out. So, if this is any indication of what Destined Rivals is going to be like, which is arguably way more hyped up, a way more sought after set, even though it's not even fully released yet, what do you think that's going to be like? Like, let's be realistic here. It's gonna be terrible. I know there's that queue system, like there's that to it. So I guess it won't just immediately, the website won't crash and we won't see that, sleeping Pikachu. But I just feel like, if the bot situation is still a problem, which I don't know how much, like to what extent the bot problem really is an issue. I don't know how, like if it even works with this new queue system that Pokemon has. I don't know. But to get this thing and to try to say that that it's gonna be a high chance you're gonna get something, it's just false. Because we have evidence from Journey Together how bad it was. Is it possible? Maybe Pokemon printed Destined Rivals more. Maybe there are more pre-orders. It's possible. But I'm just thinking, no matter the case, Journey Together, how bad that was and this set was mid, Destined Rivals has to be 5 times worse. Because now, everybody knows how fast things sell out. How many people, I know all those videos I told you about, recommending to join these notification discords. How many people are in those discords? How many people are hoarding and just waiting in those discords? Like, I think people, that buy these discords, and I don't want to hate on the owner of the Discord. I think he, I forget what video it was, but I think I sort of was maybe being a little bit disrespectful to his Discord, and I apologize. But my point I was trying to make, and I'm making here, is that it's oversaturated. How many people that get notified now on any of these platforms, paying for it, in my opinion, really isn't worth it, because there's so many different accounts, so many different Discords that have these notifications. For me to pay for a Discord just doesn't seem worth it, just because there are just so many places that have these notifications. Like, no matter if you pay for it and get like the first second, like it won't really matter, because literally at this point everybody's in some sort of Discord. There's probably thousands of people paying for these Discords. The amount of people that are just know when these drops are happening, to me it's not worth to pay for it. I don't care if it's $1. It's not really, in my opinion, worth it because of that reasoning. So I just feel like this whole situation, getting Destined Rivals at MSRP, to me, I might try, but I mean, looking at Journey Together and how that was, like, it was terrible. But maybe with this new implementation of, the queue system, maybe it'll do wonders. Maybe. And I'm guessing, and I hope it's the case, that every single product is limited 1 per person. I think that would be great if Pokemon Center could do that. Yes, as even an evil investor, evil scalper, I'm perfectly fine if everything was limited to 1, and I think that would be very good for everybody, even as an evil person. Because right now to get anything is impossible, right? Even for collectors, investors, whoever wants to buy it, if you do not limit these things to one per person, they're gonna sell out six, 5 times as fast, whatever the purchase limit is. People are gonna max out buying everything. It's just going to happen because people know they can make money buying this stuff at MSRP, or collectors know that they will not get probably another good chance at getting at MSRP. So what person would not max out their cart to whatever the product is? Because everything now, market price is over MSRP. So, you can still join those discords if you really think it's helpful. I know some people have luck using it, but for me, I'm not paying for a discord. That's just my whole take and my kind of standpoint on those. And I think Destined Rivals, just to get it, it's going to be a mess. I'm not, hopeful that I'll get any. Honestly, I'm not even hopeful that I'm going to really even be able to invest into the set or buy into the set at a fair price. And I know I'm the last person that should really complain because, yes, I know collectors can't even get a product for themselves. So me complaining about not being able to invest to it, it's a little bit shallow. So, who cares about me, right? I'm just an evil person. But yeah, getting it Pokemon Center, I'm not very hopeful. The fact that I couldn't get Journey together, I think Destined Rivals is going to be even more of a mess. But hey, maybe they set the purchase limits one per person. Maybe this queue system does work. Maybe people have a better chance. I'm not sure. But I just think it's going to be terrible. And just looking at how sparse the Pokemon Center website is right now, people knowing there's going to be this new set release coming up too, it's like people, I think, have, maybe been just holding off on buying anything, and I feel like that has even probably made it worse, I guess, with this drop that's going to happen with Destined Rivals, is that people that only buy at MSRP, right, can no longer really buy anything. There's not even booster boxes. There's nothing here. And those people are probably willing and probably have the money because they've probably been sitting on it, not being able to buy anything for MSRP, because a lot of people have that, mindset, that are going to probably wait and sit for Destined Rivals to drop at MSRP. And I feel like that just makes everything worse, is that, everyone wanted to get everything at MSRP, scalpers, collectors, whomever, right? It's just all these people. It's like this whole thing with Pokemon Center, like, I can't see a world where this is going to end up well, where people, are going to have, like, a lot of success pre-ordering this set on Pokemon Center. So, good luck, I guess, out there if you're going to try to, get this at MSRP. For me, like I said, I guess I'll try, but I'm not hopeful. Like, I'm honestly already just set in my mind that I'm probably not going to get it, so there's nothing to be upset about. But your best chances, honestly, you can pay for one of those discords if you really think that's helpful, or you can just be in a free discord where they have those, like, kind of channels or whatever. That's kind of what I'm doing. But other than that, like, there's really not much you can do with Pokemon Center and pre-ordering. And, since now market price for everything, and, I think Journey Together shows, market price for everything's over MSRP. When that happens, things sell out so quickly. And, I think Destined Rivals is going to be 10 times worse. And I think it's going to be way more expensive than Journey Together. So, yeah. Now, we don't even know, the whole set of Destined Rivals yet. We know some IRs here. Here are the full art supporters, and here are some SARs. We don't know that much, so it's really hard to say. But so far, looking at the set, I think it's going to be better than Journey Together. There's definitely some cards in here that are going to be pretty valuable. There's some Misty cards. There's a Cynthia's card, and also this is a pretty cool SAR supporter, and some other nice SARs. But so far with this set, like, I think it's probably a little bit better than Journey Together, but I still think Journey Together is overhated for what it is. Because so far from, Destined Rivals, it looks good, but it doesn't look that much better than Journey Together. That's just my opinion. But hey, when we get more cards revealed, when we get those Team Rocket cards revealed, maybe it'll be 10 times better. Who knows? And I don't know when we would get those leaks and stuff, but I feel like if we get more card leaks of more, like, I guess, sought after cards before the drop happens, I feel like that's going to probably make it even 10 times worse. But I think anyone at this point is willing to buy whatever the next set is at MSRP, knowing nothing, because that's just how the market is. You get anything for MSRP, you're already up a lot of money because everything is over MSRP now. So that's all I wanted to say in this video. I just want to give you guys my opinion about, I guess, getting Destined Rivals at MSRP on Pokemon Center. I think it's going to be pretty impossible, but it doesn't mean you shouldn't try. I mean, you can still try, it doesn't hurt. But yeah, I wouldn't be too, I guess, hopeful that you'll get anything. Like, just set your expectations low, and maybe you'll get surprised. Maybe you'll enter the queue, and you'll get into the website, and maybe you'll be able to buy something. But with the amount of people knowing how much money you can make, with the amount of people knowing how hard it is to get anything at MSRP, there's going to be hundreds of thousands of people on this website. And I guess if you include the bots, it could be millions, honestly, of people on different devices logging in onto Pokemon Center, entering the queue. Like, people are probably going to have their phones, their computers, everything on this website to try to get in. So you take like a few 100,000 people, you multiply it by like 3 devices, like, it's going to be a mess. So that's all I wanted to say in this video. Just want to give my honest take. I don't feel very hopeful getting anything because of just Journey Together and how that was. But let me know down in the comments what your plans are to get this at MSRP. Are you hopeful? Do you have bots? Are you paying for a Discord? Comment down below. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.